So today we're going to be listening to Bleach by Nirvana. Nirvana, one of the most successful bands that were the voice of a generation, yet somehow I've been living under a rock and I haven't listened to them before. So, what are they all about?
Nirvana is a three-piece underground alternative grunge rock band.
Here we have your typical American hard rock band.
Well, there you go. So join me in my very first listen to their album Bleach, and I hope you enjoy it. The first song is called Blue. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's a lot for a Wednesday evening, but hey. So what I'm noticing straight away is it sounds like you have a distorted bass at the start, then the same melody is built upon, and then the vocals singing the same melody. So the same melody for quite a while, but it's just being built upon by different tonal qualities like the voice, the guitar, and so on. And that's quite cool. Let's get going. I feel like everything's competing musically in terms of the mix. It's all, like the snare is so powerful. Nice, and now solo. I feel like it's bringing a kind of classic rock format in terms of just going into solo now. Let's gonna look up the lyrics. I know Nirvana are known for grunge, but that felt very like hard rock to me, with I guess an element of grunge as well. Like, very cool. Let's go listen to the next one. This one is called Floyd the Barber. Oh, yep. Oh. Oh, that's a great start. It's headbanging stuff. Drums are freaking awesome and insane. What I'm noticing, the hi-hat only comes in quite slightly before the big crescendo, before the big build, and then it dies down again. And it's very sparingly used so far through this song, so it just catches like my attention a little bit. The oomph of that percussion is epic. I feel very cool listening to this. Now we're gonna go in guitar solo section. Oh gosh, this few seconds of silence in the end of that song really just are amplified due to the kind of chaotic song that was. There's barely a moment to give your ear a rest, so that few seconds of silence is like whoop, it like sucks you in a little bit. I'm just looking at the lyrics and they look quite similar in terms of structure to Blue, like it's like verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Also just the content of the lyrics is quite unique and I don't quite know what to make of it right now. Okay, this one's called About a Girl, which sounds romantic, but I don't know, let's see. The music is instantly, it's very catchy. Oh, I know this one. Oh, wow. So there's a musical moment I wanted to point out here. The transition from the end of the verse to the chorus, it almost sounds like it elevates. Something happens there. So take a listen and I'll explain what I think happens. So the song appears to be in the E minor key and then it transitions to the chorus and it uses a bunch of chords which is not in that key. So it appears to be a key change which elevates the song and gives it that kind of transition sound which works really well. The very silent backing vocals like oh. so punchy in their music, isn't it? Nice little shimmer. And just, ooh. The use of percussion and how punchy their bass and even guitars are, it's all so kind of full on, and it seems to be sitting in that middle kind of range of frequency, and then you have the hi-hats a little bit. Even Kurt Cobain's vocals, they all seem to be quite in the middle, and it feels like quite a lot. It's very like headbanging, makes you want to be like, it makes me feel like an antsy teenager. In terms of the lyrics, he's singing about all the things he kind of needs. And it's like, I do, which makes me think of Wedding Bells. So is this kind of about like a not so healthy relationship? I don't know. Just the frequent repetition of I do, you know, makes me think about wedding, marriage, relationships. Okay, the next one is called School. And a lot of them start with kind of distortion or like an amp distortion. Oh, their riffs are so instantly enjoyable. And then, oh, it's drumming is fantastic. Just my luck. No recess? What is this? Just the frequent repetition of these lyrics is very interesting. Definitely felt like a tempo speed up there, but I think I'm wrong. Drumming is insane. Oh my gosh, this is like the most stripped down I've heard them in this album. It's the first time that I'm noticing that there's really been that contrast in their songs, which makes me just go and like be sucked in and be like, oh, what's happening now? Oh, there we go. Nice. Oh, very abrupt end. So in terms of lyrics, it made me think of like a kind of old rock song. It especially reminded me of She's So Heavy by the Beatles, which has barely has like 2-3 sentences in it, and this had very few. So I'm always fascinated when you can make a song with basically a very sparing lyric and make it still engaging and interesting. I wonder if that goes to show that the music is number one and then the lyrics are nice icing on the cake. Let me know what your thoughts are around that. This one is called Love Buzz. Oh, okay. They seem to start most of their songs, the guitar riff and the drum comes in and then everything else adds on. Okay, a bit of an intro here. Do you know what I'm just thinking? That is a very like modern sound now. Like I think so many pop artists are just focusing on bass and drums and vocals. Just kind of an observation I was having. Again, lyrics are very sparing. Interesting. Feel my love. This is me playing guitar. And it strips down. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge Kurt Cobain's vocals. The way he sings seems to alter in each song, and it seems like he's adapting the way he enunciates or the mood in which he sings something to suit the song. I'm not saying one is better than the other or worse, it's just an interesting observation. Also, he does such a good rock scream. For people who think vocalists who just scream like can't sing, have you tried doing a vocal rock scream without losing your voice and doing it healthily? Like that is hard. I can't do it. I wish I could. Like it's hard to do it, and I think it's a skill that needs to be acknowledged. Not that like Nirvana are not acknowledged. Like ooh, nice. Ooh. now. Nice. So in a few of their songs, the endings have quite surprised me, which is something that I'm always happy to listen to. I'm enjoying this so far. It's quite heavy and quite a lot. Again, it makes me feel cool, which I don't experience often in my life. So this upcoming one is called Papercuts, and I'm just curious, is there going to be a ballady kind of type of song? Papercuts sounds like it could be a ballady song, you know? It's not. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! Different vocals, what they've done. Very hypnotic. The monotone. I'm just looking at lyrics. Okay, interesting that they're saying their band name. So the lyrics are quite heavy and the music makes me feel like the person is trapped in the chaos of their mind. Like the percussion has been very heavy throughout the album, but in this song in particular, in combination with the bass, it's just so heavy and it feels very animalistic and it feels like a person caged in their mind, and that's what I'm interpreting this as. I don't know, it's definitely not a ballad. Relatively monotone vocal here just sounds very hypnotic, something about it. It's just... Oh, I love this guitar ascending. I don't know how people do it. Oh, nice. The reason actually I decided to listen to Nirvana is because I went and saw the Batman and they played in the film Something in the Way. I'm just thinking that's quite different to this stuff from this album, and I actually don't know what came before or after, but I'm intrigued to actually listen to more of them and wonder where this album sits in their work and what you as an audience and as fans who listened to it at the time or later, what you thought of this album. Let me know down below and I'm gonna keep listening. This one is called Negative Creep. How dare you! I'm not a negative creep! And again, they usually start with some sort of effect, riff, drums, vocals. This is out of reach? This is getting... I'm a negative creep. And it's Fading Away, the best song on the album to do this. The way he can adapt his vocals to each song despite it being within the same genre, I don't know, is that just me? But he seems to have a voice that really adapts and kind of changes the quality, the tone of it. I don't know if I'm hearing something, but let me know if you agree with me on that or your thoughts on that. Okay, so this one is called Scoff, this time starting with percussion. Dun 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 dun. Give back my what? Give me back my alcohol, is what it's saying. Sorry, that lyric, so they're talking about give me back my alcohol and it's like heal a million, kill a million. Haha. I kind of like how the perspective on that. I feel like I'm trying to be a woke kid like on the internet, but like that's deep, man. Having the percussion and the guitar and the bass all play with the same rhythm makes it so punchy. Different melodic movement there. Interesting lyrics, how the verses are like, in my eyes, I'm not lazy, in my face. So it's like in the singer's perspective, this person still can redeem themselves, they're not lazy, they can still do stuff. But in your eyes, I'm not worth it. In your eyes. It's quite an interesting lyric there. Very simple, but interesting. I kind of like the cut off on that scream. Also interesting that the song was called Scoff, but it doesn't have Scoff in it. I kind of like how songs are described, kind of like how a book would be described, and then the contents don't really have the description of the title. I kind of like that. This one is called Swap Meet. Oh, a little bit of a different beginning. Oh, that is interesting on rhythm there. Really interesting, because if you just gave me the lyrics, like I'm just looking at them now, they live a lifestyle that's comfortable, they travel far to keep their stomachs full, they make a living off of arts and crafts. Like that sounds like good stuff, that doesn't sound like bad stuff, but when you combine that with the music, it's almost tainted with some sort of darkness, like that is not a good thing. And then it goes to the chorus and it's like, keep his cigarettes close to his heart, keeps her photographs close to her heart, keeps the bitterness close to the heart. So it's like they do all these things almost to escape themselves, and it's actually not a good thing, and that's why this music is so heavy. Also they're Nirvana, but I'm just trying to like make sense of like the lyrics with the music. The drumming is amazing. Oh. Song number 10 is Mr. Moustache. Oh, getting louder. These riffs just make it instantly so catchy and sucks you in. And that use of cymbal makes it sound even more chaotic compared to other sounds. And it's freaking fast tempo. I found it quite comical how after the lyric, poops as hard as rock, they do kind of like a break, like, haha. These guitar riffs are so good. And what's making them good is instantly catchable, like within 5 seconds you're like, oh okay, this is what's happening, but you don't get tired of hearing it. It's a good riff. Nice, like how you think it's fading away and then builds up. Oh, a nice tempo change to slow down is something I don't personally hear too often, so I quite enjoyed that. This one is called Sifting. Oh. use of cymbals in this is really interesting to me. Nice, right? That cymbal just keeps going, it doesn't stop. I like that. It's like a wobble. That always sounds like a vocal there. Okay, this one's called Big Cheese, which instantly makes me think, like, are they making fun of someone who's like, I'm so important and special? I don't know. I'm gonna sound quite foolish right now, but listening to this is making me go, oh, the effectiveness of kind of combining the bass and the kick drum and the snare and combining their rhythms together, how impactful and powerful that can be. I know that sounds silly, but I'm like having a moment of like, ah, that's pretty cool. Okay, there's a reason I'm not a successful songwriter, okay, but I'm learning. Very mysterious to me. There, which is quite unique in this album. Okay, the last one is called Downer. Oh, it's a lot. Okay, this is so different. I'm gonna need lyrics, okay? I'm not gonna be able to absorb everything that's being said. Okay, hold on. Interesting that the last song is completely different. Not in terms of music, but in terms of the vocal delivery. I feel like the tempo is just speed, it's going faster. It's the end. I don't think I've ever listened to an album that's so heavy. To me, that's heavy. Okay, so that was my first time listening to a Nirvana album. So some of the things I noticed were that many songs would start with a bass, some sort of amp or distortion sound, then the drums would kick in with the guitar and then the vocals. Sometimes that altered and the percussion would start first. The hi-hats and like the cymbals were used in a way to add, I guess, a bit more chaos. That's how I interpreted it and felt with. Lyrics were kind of sparing. They were repeated a lot. There were a few songs where the verse, like 1, 2, 3 were the exact same lyrics. The drumming was awesome. The riffs were instantly catchy. And vocally, Kurt Cobain, to me, really altered his vocal delivery in each song, despite it being quite one genre of album to me, which I found really interesting. His voice really kind of shape-shifted to me. Let me know what else you'd like me to react to, what other bands, anything modern, and anything. Let me know. I hope you enjoyed it, and like, subscribe, share, follow me, all that jazz, and bye for now.